exciting for me. I love teaching and I love being able to see the changes. That's my thrill. Nothing compares to being able to see someone's coming to a realization. It's so rewarding. And it's sort of like I get to have hundreds of careers because I can do my little planting of my seeds and see them grow into careers. And it's really very, very fun and rewarding for me. So I'm so glad that you're here, Anika.
My name is Joanna Gifford. This is actually my first scene study class with Winnie. And I found you probably, I want to say 4 or 5 months ago, because everyone in this group and on the subreddit and then in these classes have just been so friendly and inviting. I feel like I've kind of known some of y'all for a long time, and it's been really great to be embraced that way, because whenever you're in a field like this, especially I'm in a kind of a smaller town where there's not a lot of opportunity to take acting classes, it's really nice to be able to connect with everybody and feel like you're a part of an acting family that's not only supportive and encouraging, but also steps in to help answer questions. And we're all in different paths, just like Ashley's been with you for a lot longer. And so it's been really nice and supportive and all like very positive. And I know that's the atmosphere that you, Winnie, have cultivated and encouraged So I've been taking classes throughout my life, but not really consecutively, not really sustainably. And this class, I feel like, is the first step into sustainable learning. So I used to have to drive a long way or wait till something came to my town. And now I have a really tangible daily practice that I can dive into with all the written lessons, with the videos, with the exactly like Ashley said, being able to watch yourself back and see the improvement. And you might feel something that you're emoting something or you're feeling something or you said it a certain way, and then especially at the beginning, you go back and you look and you're like, oh wow, that I was not thinking the character thoughts. I was totally in my head or whatever it might be. So the subreddit, the acting classes, the community have given me tangible things to do every day, as well as actual live human beings to help encourage me, and it's been great. I could ramble on and on about how much I love it, but
I really love this class. I was super hesitant at first just because this whole industry is like a lot of vulnerability, so that can be very uncomfortable. But in this class, I felt like it was really easy to kind of just mesh in with everyone else. I compare acting to like walking around naked. So we've all been walking around naked together for like 5 weeks, and it makes it so much easier when I see other people doing it too, and how I've just learned from watching others really in this class. And even though it's been like a very rewarding 5 weeks, that's the best way to put it. And Winnie, you're an awesome instructor. You do a really good job of making sure you hone in on each and every word and not just the scene itself, but we really dissect the entire script. And I've taken acting classes before, different approaches obviously, but with this one, I really appreciate that you invest your time into us and making sure that not only are we doing a good scene, but we understand what we're here for and our purpose. So our character's purpose. And I think for me personally, it took a while for me to really be able to grasp the fact that I'm no longer myself. When I'm in character, I'm her. So I just appreciate that. I appreciate everybody in this class, because even the feedback and the questions, it always helps, and I've learned something new every single time. I'm glad I came. So I was very fortunate to be able to get into this class. So I'm excited for what we have in store today.
This is my third class with Winnie. I actually took 2 of the monologue classes in the summer. So this is my first scene study class, and it's been an amazing journey, just echoing what everyone's saying, just learning every time, every week, just through our videos, through our written lessons. But the feedback you get taking the classes has been super helpful in terms of just understanding how to look at a script, dissecting a script, working with your scene partner and reacting, and just further thinking your character thoughts. It's been amazing, and I can't recommend it enough.
Well, I've been acting on and off my whole life, but I found the subreddit last July-ish. I started working my way through the lessons, started taking Zoom class, I think sometime in the fall. That it's really shifted my perspective on what acting is exactly. like in all of my previous acting experience, it was always such like superficial instruction, and it felt like I was being asked to like put on this mask and be this character and feel the feelings. And I think over the past year, shifting into more of like, it has to come from inside, and it has to come from your thoughts, and it has to come from being your character, and that's where the like realness comes from, has just been really mind-blowing. And I think this session especially has been really interesting in terms of learning from watching other people work, because I can see the differences in like people as they're working with you and getting instruction from you. And I think the biggest thing that I've learned, I mean, aside from that big thing, throughout the past year is to learn to trust that the thoughts will come if I put myself in the situation that I'm supposed to be in, and allow myself to react to my scene partner and focus on them and make the scene about them. Because I think before I was trying to like fabricate something that wasn't there, and now I've learned that that's not helpful.
I decided to join this class after lurking on the Reddit for over a year. And prior to joining, I was actually like using Winnie's lessons while I was taking like in-person acting classes before COVID hit. So I really liked her material and I was applying them to my acting lessons. Then once COVID hit, I was like really debating whether or not to do it. So it wasn't until this year that I made the jump. And I really learned a lot. And after not acting for about 6 months, maybe close to a year because of COVID, of course, I am happy that I was able to get my feet wet again. And it made me realize how much I miss the craft and just being creative and using my acting skills, and also with meeting other people who don't live near me. So that was also really fun. And Randy's also a cool scene partner, so I'm glad that you partnered me up with him.
This is my first acting class, and any foray into acting, this would be my first time. I wanted to, have some fun, and I thought acting would be fun. And so if you feel like you're ever questioning whether or not you should try something out, my motto is just try it out and see how it goes. This is definitely like one of the highlights of my week that I look forward to. It honestly feels like play, if I could say that. There's obviously constructive criticism with any game you get into, but I haven't cried yet. It's maybe on the way. And my goal when I started this was to be just, as good a scene partner as I can be, because I'm very green and new to this. And I'm hoping that, after my performance, I'll have accomplished that goal.
My name's Sola. This is my 4th scene study class and 5th class with Winnie. I'm just really excited to, be here with like the subreddit and the community that we've all kind of created with each other. I'm really excited as well that my first like reintroduction into acting was this class in the subreddit. So I feel like I'm learning the right tools and learning the right way. Not that there's one way to learn, but I just really think that Winnie's methods really click with a lot of us and help us get to our goals of maybe a little bit quicker than maybe some other methods would work. And she just makes it very like tangible and a lot less daunting than acting really can be. So I'm just happy to feel like I'm really working towards my goals and working with like-minded people who obviously are amazing and super sweet and always there to answer any questions and everything. So, and I'm excited for to see how far everyone's come today as well, since we've been working.
I'm in Ireland, and it's actually really, really cool getting to do this class from here and to work with people from everywhere, and just the fact that this is on Zoom and I can do this from the other side of the world is really cool. So I've been taking the class for about 1.5 years. I always liked acting, but I had never really taken classes before, so I didn't really know what I was doing. And I remember coming into the first class that I did with you, Winnie, and being just really nervous and self-conscious and not really sure how to take feedback. And if I look at sort of the difference between then and now, I think I've learned so much and just gotten a lot more confident in doing these performances, and have loved like every single class that we've done together.
I've been off the last 2 sessions, but I've been with Winnie for almost 2 years now. I think it's been almost about 2 years coming up. We've been working together for some time now. I think for my goal this session was definitely to the time I'll just get back to being more connected with the character. It's definitely been a very interesting session. This one is specifically having, there's always a driving force, I guess you could say, to a scene. And I realized that I was that driving force essentially to the scene. But as far as the goal, definitely was to get more connected to this class, and it's been a great session. This session, can't wait to be back for next session, of course. I've learned a lot. I've had a great partner in Ashley. She's helped me out a lot with a lot of things. I told her that she almost taught me something new each time we rehearsed. So it was great. This session was really, really good. And I can't wait to show off what we put together.
Man, I always have raving reviews for this class because it's just so awesome. Thinking about where I started and where I am now. But this class has definitely instilled confidence. That's literally the most glaring thing that I have noticed from my progress. It is the confidence in myself and my confidence in my ability to do whatever, to do whatever it is that I set my mind to do in the whole realm of acting. It allows me to stand alone. I feel like I can, stand alone without like the crutches. Like with Winnie, every time, like from the start, it was like, yeah, I need the training wheels. But now it's like, okay, I need a little oil here and a little oil there, instead of just like, the whole revamp. But like, it's very, very rewarding. I have to say that it's definitely something I look forward to on Sundays. And to anyone that wants to take the class, just like, you gotta take the jump, man. Gotta get in there and just like forget about all the other embarrassments or whatever might come your way. You just gotta jump off the cliff and go dive headfirst into it. This is a very rewarding experience, I'll tell you that much.
But I've been taking classes for many years. I started acting in theater as a kid, but I always just felt like there was something missing from my craft. I wanted it to feel real and authentic, but I just didn't know what to do. So I was just literally a year ago scouring the internet trying to find acting advice, and I found Winnie's subreddit and started posting monologues, and it was just like something suddenly switched in my brain. And I've never felt so excited about going to class and learning, and and also being able to see the recordings of yourself every week. You can see the physical proof of how you're growing. In most classes, you don't get to watch it back. But now I can watch a video, and every single month I can see that I'm getting a little better. And it's just been so rewarding and literally the best gift of this past year I could have asked for.
It's almost been exactly a year, and I was into acting ever since I was a kid, and I always wanted to do it. But I finally decided to take the leap during like the hardest year of my life, because I realized that life is too short, and I wanted to have a career that could challenge me. It could be fun, have a community of people, that are supportive and like-minded, and to just, be vulnerable and grow as a person every single day. And after being in the subreddit and like reading Winnie's lessons and seeing everyone post, I realized that, this is a career for me. So I've been taking classes since March, and I've learned so much about myself and about acting. And it was the best decision that I could have done for myself.
The acting world is not such a great supportive community, I have to tell you, which is why it is so wonderful that you are creating a community here, right? That you found friends who are actors and you're all like-minded. It's just amazing to me that I always find wonderful people that come and be in my classes, and they're all kind to each other and supportive of each other. We had like 4 of my students, was it 4 or 5? Jonathan and a bunch of other people, Spencer, got together, and they don't even live in the same place, but they'd never met each other except through this class, and they all drove to a central location and they made a movie together. I mean, how cool is that? How great is that? And Jonathan's in it. You know, some of my OG people, Chelsea, they all got together and made a movie. I can't wait to see it, because, well, this is if you find a class where you have really a lot of nice people in it, hang on to those people, because they should be your friends for the rest of your lives. Because let me just tell you, it's a lonely business here in Los Angeles or New York, because I've been in both places. Everybody's out for themselves. Everybody's competitive, but there's no reason for that, because you know what? Every single one of us, human beings in this world, are unique. So we're not really competing against each other. When you're right, you're right. When you're not, you're not. If you're all helping each other to be the best you can be, may the right man win. You know, it's not may the best man win. It's may the right man win, because there's so many different TV shows now. There's just a lot of work out there for everybody. You just have to be good enough, right? So you just have to really work on yourself being as good as you can be, right? So it's really priceless to have a family of actors, you know, knowing that you can actually be part of a community. Hang on to it, people, because it's not something that you always will find in the acting world. And, you know, I believe that the people who are really successful have done that. You know, they've been in acting classes where they really click with people, they click with the technique that they're studying, and they work together and they make art together. And I really highly encourage you all to be doing that, because you're all working your way up to being professionals. And I'm so excited about what's ahead for all of you. The fact that you get to be acting with people all over the world, which is so fantastic. And it's just so much fun and so rewarding.